girlies, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally setting up my reading journal for the year. This is one of my favorite things to do. My goals have really shifted this year for the first time in a long time, and you'll notice that in my setup I used to have a very more is more attitude towards my hobbies. But after I set a goal of reading 100 books, which shocker I did not reach, I did realize that I started to read books I didn't like just because they were short and easy, and that is definitely not what I want to get out of reading. So this year I'm picking back up some classics and probably my dictionary as well, and I will definitely be taking notes. So let's get set up. I'll be using my reading journal and the app Goodnotes. Let's get into it. Okay, welcome to my desk. The first thing that we're gonna do is add the reading journal to my Goodnotes. I add a new one every year. You can use the same one rolling over several years as well, but it's undated, so you can use it as many times as you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on New and then Import, find where I have it. Ta-da! And there she is. I'm gonna go ahead and rename this with just the year. So that way I don't get confused with the other ones. We have a few different covers in here. I think I want to do this pink one. So all I am going to do is open up my pages here, and I'm going to take this one up to number 2 and then grab number 1 and move it behind number 2 just so this one is number 1. And now you will see when I go back to my home, that is the new cover that's there. And I'm gonna go ahead and click on the star, and that way I have it in my favorites as well. Now I'm gonna get back into it, and you can either delete these pages or you can keep them, completely up to you. I think I am going to delete them. So I'm just gonna come back into this little section where I can see all of my pages, and I'm gonna go ahead and move all of the covers that I'm not using to the trash. Okay, and now we just have our one cover and we go right into our index. So all of these buttons are clickable. And if you have seen any of my videos before, you'll know if you use your finger, you're able to use any mode to go ahead and get back. By the way, this little book up at the top, that is your index button. So you can click to your index from anywhere with that. But you'll notice that if I try to click on that same button with my Apple Pencil, it is not working. And in order to make it work, I have to click on this icon right here. That turns on read only, and then I can click around with my Apple Pencil as well. It's just like a little quirky upgrade that they put in the new Goodnotes. So if you're having trouble with the links, that's probably what it is first. And I think the first thing that I want to do is work on my yearly goals. And then you'll notice a lot of these pages I'm gonna have to kind of fill out throughout the year. So as you can see, I'm not gonna be able to say what my top 3 books of the year were yet, or my top 3 characters, or my top 3 quotes. So I'm gonna move to my January spread. Now, of course, it is February, but there are no rules here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna write down the books that I read and the vibes, and then I'm gonna jump into my TBR and show you how I pull in all of my covers without having to save them all individually. Okay, and really that is all of the setting up that I really have to do. Basically, the rest of this is more of a journal that I would be filling out as I read books. So the other only thing that I want to set up is my TBR and my library with the books that I've already read. And I can kind of show you how I do book reviews in there, and also how I make little mood boards and how I pull in things. So I talk about this kind of a lot. So if you've ever pulled things in from Pinterest, it's exactly the same kind of thing. But if you're brand new, this might be a little helpful tip. So I'm gonna go ahead, hit my read only, go to my TBR. And then this section is where I like to put in the book covers that I want to read. So I like to grab this, turn it into a little window, flip it off to one side, and then open up Safari in the other side. And I have my Pinterest, as you can see, already open. And I like to use the Pinterest search to find my books in the Safari browser so that I can drag and drop them really easily. So I am going to pull over Wuthering Heights. Even though honestly, I kind of want to make this the Penguin Classics version. Let me find the Penguin Classics version. As you can see, I'm not exclusively reading classics. I almost forgot that I already read a fantasy book in January. And it was so good, it was a 5-star. If you haven't read The House on the Cerulean Sea, it's the one. I'm gonna read the second one too. Okay, so those are the 3 books that I read in January, and I am going to bring them over to my library so I can rate them and make all of my little notes and things. But in the meantime, I'm gonna put in all the other books that I already have on my TBR because it's just really easy to drag and drop it while I have these 2 screens open. And now that I have my TBR in here, it's really easy for me to move any of these over to my library so I can do a little review. I'm not gonna make you watch all of my reviewing and thinking about it, mostly because I'm not just gonna do it all at one time anyway, but I am gonna make this full screen again. And I'm gonna show you how I pull these things over. So I'm gonna grab the 3 books that I read, and I'm gonna go ahead and click on copy. And now I'm gonna go over to my library, and I'm going to paste them in place. And I can use the lasso to grab them individually and resize them. And the best part about this is that I can see at a glance what I'm gonna rate everything. I can write the names under here if I want to. I can write a little quick thing about the book that I want to remember. But the best thing about this that took me like forever to do when I was designing this back a couple of years ago is that I can click through to each book and it goes to a book review. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in this review. I'm gonna go ahead and paste this since I know I already have these 3 copied. Delete the extras. And there you go. So I can go ahead and rate this and fill this out. And another fun thing that I like to do is I like to add a mood board to a lot of the books that I read. I just think it's a really fun thing to do. So I am going to pop back over to my index, find my book mood board here, and then I'm gonna hit those 3 dots, copy page, go back over to my library, click into my book, and then hit those 3 dots again, and I'm going to add my page. I can choose to have it before or after the current template. I'm gonna say after, and then paste page. And now I have my book review page, and I have my book mood board. So what I like to do with this is I like to make this guy small again, and I am going to look up some photos that kind of reminded me of my experience of reading Wuthering Heights. Not everyone is going to be into making little mood boards for things, and I don't do it for every single book, but a lot of books are specifically, I see a visual representation of it in my head, and I just kind of like to remember that, because then when I'm going through my book reviews down the line, I can really remember what I read by thinking about what it felt like to see. And another cool thing that I included in this reading journal is I feel like in a reading journal, what I want to do a lot of the time, besides making reviews and writing notes and things, is I also like to make lists. So I have kind of like a list maker that I love. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you. I'm going back over to my index. And as you can see, I have a ton of things under this list builder section. I also have a bunch of book challenges. So if you have a numbered goal, your number is probably in there. I also have like just a bunch of things in general, like your books loaned, your wish list, your book notes, your favorite quotes, things you didn't finish, your library book tracker, a ton of things like that, a series tracker if you're reading a bunch of things in a series. But this list builder, I'm gonna go ahead and jump to. It looks like this, and there are a bunch of options for lists that you can place behind here. And all of these are unlinked, so you can link them yourself. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, so these are all of my different lists options that you can use. There are some with covers, some without, some more plain, some more colorful, so you can kind of pick whatever you want. I really like this green one, so I'm gonna go ahead and click on these 3 dots. I'm gonna copy my page, and you can put this anywhere you want. What I'm gonna do is go back over to my lists, and then I'm going to go to my 3 dots. I'm gonna add my page, and I am going to add it after this and press paste. So there's this, and there's this, and I'm gonna put this at my number 1 section. These are unlinked, so you can kind of link them yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and write in here what I'm gonna make this list be. Okay, so as you can see, I titled that classics that I'm reading, and the way to link these is to use the text box. So I'm just gonna grab a text box, place it down here, and then I'm gonna open up my keyboard so I can just hit the space bar a bunch of times. And that will work for me. I'm gonna highlight the inside of that, click on the 3 dots, and then I'm gonna click on link. Now, you're gonna think that you wanna click go to page, but it just doesn't work out that way super seamlessly, I've noticed. So I'm gonna click on link settings. I'm gonna link to this document, and then the page, I'm gonna put in the page number of the list that I just made. So I know that the list is 310. So I'm gonna scroll till I find it, hit 310. It says next page because 310 happens to be the page after this one, but if you clicked another page, it would be whatever the number it was that you picked. So now that I have that, I can grab this with my lasso tool here. And you couldn't see it, but I just lassoed that area where I knew that text box was and moved it over on top of this. And so now I should be able to click on it, and it will take me to the page that I linked it to. And this is just really helpful if you're making any kind of list that you wanna link to. You can also link to lists on the page that they already are. So say if you're writing directly on this, you could go ahead and just find the number of that page, and then you could link it to whatever list that you make in the index if you wanted to do that. So hopefully that makes sense. It's a little bit confusing, but once you kind of get in there and do it yourself, it is pretty straightforward. Okay, let me do that one more time so you can see. So maybe I'm gonna make a list of my faves just for quick sake. And let's say that I want to link that to this list of 10 pink. So I'm gonna look at that number, that's 314. Let's say I'm gonna write on here. Then I'm just gonna go back over to my list page, add a text box. I'm gonna make a few spaces, select the inside of that, click on my 3 dots, and then link. Go to my link settings. And then select the page that I want that to go to. And now, when I am in my read-only mode and I tap over here, it's gonna take me to that page. So that is the kind of basics of how I set up my reading journal for the year. This is like a really fun place for me to just kind of jot down my thoughts and remember things. And I come back and I reference my notes in the future. If I'm reading something and I want to remember what happened in that book, maybe the next book in the series came out, or maybe I just forgot, or maybe the book got adapted into a movie, and then I just have all these notes that I'm able to have. The lists are really fun too. Whenever I think about doing those, that's like a really fun thing for me to do on an afternoon afternoon, and it's always snowy here at this time of year, so it's just kind of fun to do. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. It helps out this little channel so much, and I will catch you next time. Bye.